It's not always about how you start. It's not always about how you begin or what you started out with. What really matters is how you end. What really matters is how your ending goes. It's not about the beginning, it's about the latter. How did I finish? How did I get to the finish line? What choices did I make toward the finish line? How well did I run this race? How much effort and energy did I put into this race to get to the finish line? See, I can start off slow. I can begin the race with a little bit of complications. I can begin the race doubting myself. I can start off the race not always in my right mind. I can start off the race imperfect. It can be a little rocky in the beginning, along the way. But at the end of the day, it's all about how I finish that race. It's all about how it ends. It's about me ending with a whole bang. You may not start off well in the beginning. You might not have it all figured out in the beginning. And a lot of us don't. A lot of us have rocky beginnings. A lot of us endure a tough season in the beginning of this race. But it's really up to us to put down the weight, put down the burdens that is keeping us from running this race to the best of our ability. During this race and how we started, we're carrying a lot of weight. We're holding a lot of burdens, a lot of heaviness. But in order for us to fully run this race the way we're supposed to, and how we're supposed to finish and how we're supposed to end it off, we have to let go of all the weight. We have to let go of what is holding us down, what is anchoring us down, that is stopping us, that is holding us back from finishing the race with a bang, to putting all our efforts, all our energy into running this race to the best of our ability, the best that we can run it. And whether you want to admit it or not, we are all running a race in life. I don't know how you started off this race. I don't know how the beginning was for you, but I know how it was for me. I know how I started off the race. I don't know how the ending's going to go of the race. But what I do know and what I got to do is run this thing with the best, to the best of my ability. Put down every weight. Lay aside every burden. Release the heaviness from my heart, from my mind, from my soul, so I can run this thing to the best of my fucking ability. Because I'll be damned if I don't end this race with a bang. If I don't finish off the best way I can and go out with a blaze of glory. So I say this to say that it's not about where you began. It's not about where you started. It's about where you're going and how you are finishing off. It's more about the latter than it is about the beginning, than it is about the former. The former you should never be able to compete with the latter version of yourself. Let that stick to your mind. The former you should never be able to keep up with the latter version of yourself. You got to realize that in this race that we're all running, you cannot keep the former version of yourself anymore. That former you has to die. That former you, it has to be extinguished. Can't be no trace, can't be no shed, can't be no pieces of the former you left. You got to shed it off. You got to trim it off for good and mold in a better upgraded version of yourself. The latter version of yourself. Where that former you can no longer compete. It no longer has a place anymore. Because the former you, it started off this race very, very slow. Right? But the latter you, it has to run this race a lot quicker. Got to become faster. Got to mobilize yourself better. And keep up with everyone else. Not in a way that you think you have to, but make sure that you are at least putting all your efforts, at least putting all your energy into becoming the best that you can be next to everyone else that is running the race. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about how you start, it's about how you end. And make sure that every single day you're running this race to the best of your ability. You're killing off the former version of yourself every single day. And you're upgrading the latter, the best version of yourself, and molding it every single day. With that being said, this is Solo Dolo Talks. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like the video for the algorithm and more content is to come. I'm out and salute.